Sarah, I've made you co-host.
Judge number one might be in person. I'm not sure though.
I thought number one's Bautista and Mr. Zuniga is not going to be here.
Yes, the attorney will not.
In person then.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll get to that one later. Start with Martinez.
Your Honor, it's my understanding this defendant does not have defense counsel.
I'm aware of that.
I do not see him in the waiting room either.
And we have the bailiff check to see if Martinez is out in the hallway. Sarah, will you help the bailiff get court one's video up and running?
Yes, sir.
It's clocking. I could not hear what he said. It's muted in the courtroom too. Can I have the bailiff repeat that statement that he made at the door? I'm getting no audio whatsoever out of that. Sarah? Still cannot hear y'all. Go to the Zoom app, go where the video screen is, and ensure that the correct audio source is connected.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I can hear you now. All right, Martinez, Pedro Martinez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martinez, is that you? Pedro Martinez?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat. We're on the record in 23 CCR 236117, state of Texas versus Pedro Martinez. Mr. Martinez, do you have an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Who's your attorney?
Is there if I take out my phone?
Yeah, check.
His name was Malachi. He's with the law firm that's located in this area. I talked to him last week and I told him about the court date that I had.
Is he going to be here?
I'm not sure. He said that he was gonna send like a note that saying that I do have a lawyer. But after that, last week, he didn't get a hold of me or he didn't email me, nothing.
Sarah, do you have anything?
There's nothing on the file, but what was the attorney's name?
Associated with Tedlow Law Firm,
What's the name?
Cedlow Law Firm,
Can you spell that?
CEDILLO,
Is that
and law,
Paul Cedillo is the name?
yeah,
Senior or junior?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We've received nothing indicating he's been retained by you. He's made no appearance in this case.
Really? Is it okay if I give him a call?
That's fine. I'll let you step out and give him a call.
All right, thank you.
We'll come back to you. Malik Young next.
I don't see him in the waiting room, Judge.
Bailiff, can you check to see if Malik Young is outside?
It's a negative, sir.
Not here. Okay. Being the fact that the defendant is not present, to have a motion from the state.
State moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Bailiff, if you would call the defendant's name 3 times outside the courtroom.
Yes, sir.
No, stays there. I'm a defense attorney. Just waiting for him to call. He's going by a list.
Cool. No, sir. 142
At 242.
or 242, sorry.
New bond set in the amount of $2,500.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go to Bautista. That's the one we need the interpreter for. Is the interpreter present? Is that the Patricia Zapata? Do I have Mr. Bautista in that room?
No, sir. We took all of it. Judges, Mr. Bautista.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 235806, stated Texas versus Teodoro Juarez Bautista. Ms. Zapata, if you'd raise your right hand to be sworn by the court, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you'll truly and accurately translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English so help you God?
Can't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Still nothing. No, I still can't hear you.
Why is this tripping?
I can hear you now.
One second, Your Honor, I'm trying to put in this headset. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Turning on my,
To the oath that I was administered, if you could provide a response.
yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Bautista, your attorney, Mr. Zuniga, has informed the court that he will not be present today.
Señor Bautista, su abogado le informó a este tribunal que no iba a estar presente el día de hoy.
He has
Okay.
asked that we pass this status hearing, and he assures the court that he will be present at the next status hearing on July 30th.
Entonces, hemos pasado esta audiencia evolutiva y él nos asegura que él estará presente durante la siguiente audiencia evolutiva el 30 de julio.
I'm passing this hearing for today, and I expect you and your attorney to appear at the next setting.
Estoy pasando la audiencia por el día de hoy, espero verlo tanto a usted como a su abogado en la próxima audiencia.
You understand?
¿Entiende usted esto?
Sí.
Yes.
All right.
Your
Mr.
Honor, if I may,
You may.
Mr. Zuniga and myself, there is a plea agreement. I believe Mr. Zuniga was going to be emailing Sarah to get a plea date.
Tenemos un convenio declaratorio resolutorio, así que tengo entendido que le iban a enviar un correo electrónico al señor Zúñiga.
All right, well, we'll wait. Hopefully he emails the court. Otherwise, Mr. Bautista, I expect you to appear on July 30th at 2:30.
Vamos a esperar por eso. No sé si yo espero que usted se presente el 30 de julio a las 2 de la tarde y esperemos que él envíe un correo ante el tribunal.
Mr. Bautista, you're free to go.
Señor Bautista se puede retirar.
Okay. ¿Era
Okay.
todo?
Is that everything?
Yes, that's everything. He's free to go.
Sí, es todo, se puede retirar.
Okay. Gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zapata.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
We're on the record, 23 CCR 235-813, State of Texas versus Colleen Oliver. Mr. Green, got to give the court an update on this case.
Yes, Judge. The state has tendered an offer that we've rejected. We're still working it out. This is one that if we can't get worked out, we expect to announce ready at the pretrial setting.
State, anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing further, Judge.
Mr. Green, thank you for the update. Made a note of your negotiations. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
I have to look at, I'm gonna put one in.
Mr. Lane,
Hi, Judge.
good afternoon. Mr. Elledge, you need to turn your video on. Thank you. We're on the record, 23 CCR 235-859, State of Texas versus Kenny Elledge. Mr. Lane, would you give the court an update?
Yes, Your Honor. An offer has been given by Mr. Scoville of a gun safety class, forfeit weapon, and 16 hours community service. Mr. Elegay has already completed the gun safety class, got me a certificate. He's just working on the community service.
Will he have it complete by July 30th?
I don't see any reason why not, Judge. He got the gun class completed to me within 24 hours of Mr. Scoville getting the offer, so I think he'll be able to get it done for sure.
All right, then I will hopefully have a dismissal on my desk prior to the next setting.
Thank you, sir.
I'm free to go. I appreciate the update.
Judge, I do have one more.
We'll take your next case, Lopez. Mr. Elledge, you are free to go. Okay, we are on the record, 23 CCR 235-622, State of Texas versus Grace Lopez. Mr. Lane, your update on the case.
Yes, Judge. I was working with the prior prosecutor, Ian Timmons, on this. He had originally offered an 18-month probation on this. He then, after I spoke with him a little bit, came down to 15 months. I was speaking with my client about that. Mr. Scoville took over the case, and he had sent me an email a couple days ago. I don't think he had been privy to the 15-month offer between myself and Mr. Timmons, so I was going to forward that to him and kind of get with him about that. But I think we're working on plea negotiations on this one, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you for the update on the case. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Colin, I'll get with you on that one.
Sounds good. Thank you, Brian.
Yep, no problem. Bye, y'all. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. All right, next case, Adams.
I do not see attorney nor defendant.
Is Adams in the hallway? The bailiff would check, please. Ms. Lopez, you're free to go.
Call 3 times, Judge, no answer.
Time?
2:48.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I spoke with defense counsel just not even 30 minutes ago, right before docket. He mentioned that the defendant was with him. He was privy to this being a Zoom docket. If anything, we maybe circle back around to this at a later time in docket. I can send defense counsel an email right now.
I'll tell you what. I will handle 3 more cases. After that, we're circling back to this case. And I
Yes,
will
Judge.
make a motion at that time. So I suggest you email them now. All right, let's move on to Beg. Mr. Beg, I need you to connect or turn on your video. Mr. Hardman, I'm not going to proceed unless your client is fully connected to this proceeding.
That's understood, Your Honor.
I have sent him multiple requests to turn on the video. And it seems that he's also having issues connecting his audio. We'll come back to you. Wait.
There he is.
There we go. All right. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235072 and 24 CCR 239247, State of Texas versus Faison Beg. Mr. Hardman, if you'd give the court an update.
Yes, Judge. I received a correspondence from ADA Chop on yesterday with an offer. I haven't discussed it yet with my client. I did check the discovery portal. I believe I have all discovery. It did mention 8 discs, but I'm not sure that I have those discs from the DA's office, though. That's one thing I'm not certain of.
Well, you need to get with the DA's office and see and make sure you've got everything.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
It should have been handled by the discovery compliance date, but that's neither here nor there at this point in time. I show your next setting. Pre-trial conference on September 12th at 9 a.m. Just a reminder, that is an in-person docket. That is not a docket. So you and your client will need to appear in person.
Yes, sir.
Right. If you need to plead the case out prior to that date, just contact my court coordinator and she will provide you with a plea date.
Yes, yes, I will.
You and your client are free to go. Thank you for the update.
All right, thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too.
Have a good one, Your Honor. Do I stay out, Your Honor?
You're free to go.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Cox, Mr. Garcia, if you turn your videos on, please.
I feel like I have it on. There it is. It says host has stopped your video.
There we go. Okay, mine wouldn't. Well, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, Mr. Cox. I just cannot see you.
Oh, nothing's working now.
And Mr. Garcia, I show your video is on, but I have a blank screen.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
All right. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235716, stated Texas versus Pascual Garcia. Mr. Cox, if you'd give the court an update.
Thanks, Judge. I spoke to Marissa today. I gave her some information on some things my client has done, what we're seeking. I think she's trying to get in touch with the mother of the juvenile involved, and I think there was some more video stuff that she came across that she was going to give me, and so we're trying to work things out on this. That's
Anything
it.
else, anything else you'd like to add, State?
No, Judge, that was all correct.
All right. Next setting is on July 30th at 2:30 p.m. That is a follow-up status conference via Zoom. I'll see you and your client on that date, unless, of course, you've worked the case out and you need a plea date. You can contact my court coordinator.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Cox. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Kawaja's next, and then we will circle back to Adams.
I just resent the Zoom link to Adam's defense attorney, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Harmio? Ms. Harmio? Ms. Harmio? Go to the next case. We'll come back.
Afternoon, Judge.
Afternoon. We're on the record in 23 CCR 234988, stated Texas versus Cartravius Thompson. Mr. Furlano, if you give the court an update.
Yes, Ken, Your Honor. I've been talking with the defendant, and the DA's office has recommended him for the diversion program. He's trying to get into that. The problem he has right now is he doesn't have a job, and he doesn't have a job because every time he applies, they see a theft charge on his record and they won't hire him. So I've talked to the DA's office. They've sent me a waiver form for him to fill out. I'm having him complete that now. If he completes that and they do their necessary background check and whatnot, they'll waive the $300 initiation fee and accept him into the program, and he gets started on that.
Hopefully we can get that done quickly. I appreciate the update, Mr. Filano. You and
You're
your
welcome.
free to go.
Thank you.
All right, Sarah, we'll come back to Ms. Jaramillo's case, and then we'll move back to Adams. All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 235751, stated Texas versus Sumera Khawaja. Ms. Jaramillo, if you'd give the court an update on this case. Ms. Jaramillo, can you hear me? Clearly you cannot. Mr. Thompson, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Moreno or Jaramillo? Okay. Sarah, let's put them back in the waiting room. And we're going to move back to Adams.
Your Honor, I received several emails. Defense counsel actually called me just a couple minutes ago. I received one email from defense counsel asking how we could zoom in. I received another email from what looks like his office. They were asking, or they were saying he was having difficulty zooming in. I resent him the link twice now. I told him if he's having technical difficulties, he's more than welcome to come to the court.
The docking control order provides instructions and a link on how to connect. Tell you what, I'll be kind. I will give him a little bit more time to connect. We'll move on to these other cases and we will come back.
Yes, Your Honor.
Simmons.
Attorney will not be present.
I saw the note, yeah. Ms. Simmons, can you hear me?
I can.
I just want to let you know that your attorney had a family emergency and will not be here.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, we're going to pass this hearing, and
All right.
your next setting, just as a reminder, is on September 12th. It's a pretrial conference at 9 a.m. and it is in person.
Okay.
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 All right, you're free to go.
All right. Thank you.
I do not see defendant in waiting room.
Mr. Hurd.
Yes. I am here for Attorney Collins, Your Honor.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Is Mr. Barnes with you?
No, he's not.
Is Mr. Barnes in the room 2 waiting room? Okay, Mr. Barnes is not in the Zoom waiting room. If I could have the attorney see if Mr. Barnes is out in the hallway. You have Mr. Barnes's contact information.
I do not, Your Honor. She didn't give me that. I expected him to be here, so I'll contact her and see if I can get that.
Bailiff?
Judge, she's not in the hallway. I called 3 times at 3:10.
I'll give you a few minutes to find him. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room.
Okay, thanks.
Machinosia.
Judge, I'm here on that.
See if we can find your client.
He's out in the hallway, Your Honor.
Let's get him. All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 236137, State of Texas versus Shahil Machinosia. Mr. Caesar, if you give the court an update.
Yes, Your Honor, I received an offer from Mr. Scoville. I've related to my client, and he's considering the offer. We would like to submit some mitigation documentation to the state and maybe really a counter offer. So that's where we are.
Okay. I appreciate the update. Your next status is on August 13th at 2:30 p.m. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Mediki.
Mr. Mori is in the courtroom.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Your Honor, on this case, we were just retained, and so I need a little bit of time to review the evidence. The state did provide all of that to me.
Hold on. We're on the record in 23 CCR 236364, State of Texas versus Boking Mediki. All right. So you just were retained. You need time to review the evidence. What was the last thing?
That the state did send me all of the evidence, so they are. It has been received.
Your Honor, I believe this is one of the cases where the compliance hearing has been moved around a couple times.
Yeah, compliance hearing is going to be on July 31st, but if you log beforehand, Ms. Timori, you and your client will not need to appear. Next status is on August 13th at 2:30. So we'll either see you on July 31st or August 13th, one of the two, or both.
Thank you, Judge.
You and your client are free to go. Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
Song, I believe that's your case as well, Ms. Tamori.
Yes, it is. You're free to go.
Is Song with you?
She is out in the hallway. I have to go grab her.
All right.
Oh, she's here.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 236375, State of Texas versus Feng Yu Song. Ms. Timori, you can give me an update.
Yes, Your Honor. So I spoke to the state today, this morning. We are planning on sending in a mitigation packet for a PTI in this case. I spoke to Ms. Song. Ms. Song has agreed to do so. And I've also let the state know.
When will you submit that packet?
I have asked Ms. Song to get it to me within 2 weeks. If there's another timeline that you would need, we can also go by that time.
Well, just keep in mind, you've got an August 13th status hearing and a November 7th pretrial conference. So you need to have that wrapped up by your pretrial.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Your client's free to go. You have the next case on the docket as well, McKinsey.
Yes, Your Honor, I will. I'm coming in right now.
All right, we're on the record in 23 CR 235-789, State of Texas versus Morris McKenzie. Go ahead, Mr. Murray.
Yes, Judge. Ms. Chapa did send us a offer. I've relayed that to Mr. McKenzie, and I do need to counter her offer, but I believe that we can come to some sort of agreement here within now and the next court date.
All right, well, you can contact the court coordinator for a plea date if you need one. But your next setting will be another status on July 30th.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the update. You are free to go now. Jimenez. Ms. Jimenez.
Hello.
Hello. Your attorney will not be here, Ms. Messer. She is ill and cannot appear via Zoom. This matter is being passed and you are free to go. Your next setting is another status on August 13th at 2:30 p.m. It is via Zoom. We'll see you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Cruz.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. I'm just waiting for your client to fully connect. All right. We're on the record in 23 CCR 236566, State of Texas versus Jefferson Cruz. Mr. Rivera, you'd give the court an update.
Yes, Your Honor. We have talked to Ms. Chapa. We believe that we've got all the discovery and there's no reason to deviate from the court's scheduling order. I've talked to Mr. Cruz and we're certainly preparing according to the scheduling order. There's no other announcements.
Okay. See you back on August 13th at 2:30 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're free to go. Compton, excuse me.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. We're on the record in 22 CCR 230085, State of Texas versus Everest Compton. Mr. Cohen, if you give the court an update.
Yes, Judge. So we did receive an offer of dismissal on this case upon the completion of certain conditions by Mr. Compton, which included for him to get his license cleared and 6 months prepaid insurance. He's working on getting the license cleared. At this time, we're asking if the court can give us about 45 days. He does have to, as a part of that, he has to be able to secure a vehicle to take a driving test. So we're just asking for the court for time for him to complete that.
Well, pretrial's on July 18th, so he needs to try to get most of that, if not all of that, done by pretrial conference.
Sure.
All right. We'll see you in person on that date.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Free to go.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Hardy Way.
Neither attorney or him are in the waiting room.
Okay. Buchanan.
Your Honor, I believe Hardyway is in custody currently.
We'll come back to that.
Yes, Judge.
Is the attorney present for Buchanan?
He sent an email to me and Ms. Choppa saying he had an emergency and needed to get off.
Judge, if I may on that one, he emailed me right before he had to leave, and he is going to prepare a mitigation packet with me within 2 to 3 weeks to consider.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Buchanan, your attorney had to leave due to an emergency. As a result, we are passing today's hearing. Your next setting will be on August 1st at 2:30 p.m. It's via Zoom. We'll see you then. You're free to go. Lacani. We're on the record in 23 CCR 234691, State of Texas versus Samir Lakhani. Mr. Segura, if you'd give the court an update.
Yes, Judge. He's been approved for PTI. He will be paying the DA fee by tomorrow morning. And we'll be making an appointment to sign the contract.
All right. I'll look forward to an update as to when the contract is signed. And we'll give him a compliance date on that at that date.
Very good.
You're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
How?
Your Honor, I'm here with his case manager, Ms. Jordan. I had some concerns regarding some issues with his mental health after talking to him today. That's dissipated. I did get some information from him and his group co-manager in regards to sort of some of his medical issues that might explain some things. I don't want to put them out there like that. So I will give Mr. or ADA Scoville a call. He may require certain medical records to show that he's got some incognate issues. And and then I'll see what he says and see if we can resolve it. It will go towards a resolution.
Your client here.
He's right there.
Okay, just wanted to verify. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235717, stated Texas versus Robert Lee Howe. All right, so you just need to get some verification on mental health, and
Well, physical, the mental health aspect is good. It's his physical issues that may explain the case a little bit. On top of that, his age, he is 74. So I'll give AJ Scoville a call and see what he needs.
Mr. Scoville, anything you'd like to add?
The only thing I would add at this time, Your Honor, is this defendant was evaluated for mental health court due to the nature of the offense. They were deemed ineligible. So I will gladly stand by for whatever documentation or information that the PD's office can provide.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll give you a call Thursday, Friday afternoon if you're in the office.
Sounds good. I'll be here.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you for the update. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Rakeem Collins.
Hello.
Collins, if you turn your video on.
Hey, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Uh-oh.
Judge,
Yes.
Mr. Preston, can I go get him? He's just across the hall.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay. We're here.
We're on the record in 22 CCR 227329, stated Texas versus Rakeem Collins. Preston, you care to give the court an update?
Judge, we do need to inform the court that Mr. Collins is in custody in France, according to what he's told us.
Well, he's here via Zoom.
I understand that, but I believe that he's zooming in from a jail in France.
Mr. Collins? You're muted right now, sir. I just want to verify this. You're zooming in from a jail?
No, it's like a detention center for right now, so I'm able to speak to you guys.
He's still incarcerated.
And Judge, we're just wanted to make sure what our ethical obligations were. We did consult with the state bar, and we are under an ethical obligation to inform the court of that.
I appreciate that.
I don't have anything in writing, but my understanding from Mr. Collins is that he's being charged with a crime. And the crime is importation of cannabis. That's all we know.
Okay. State.
I don't believe I have anything further to add at this time, Judge.
There's the interesting aspect to all this. He appeared.
Yes, he did. We don't have a condition for made to the state of Texas. I was double checking on that. No.
If you're looking for an explanation as to why he appeared, his contact friend here in the United States asked us contacted me specifically, and I provided her this Zoom link so that he could appear. He wants to appear, and that's the explanation for it, Your Honor.
Well, and he has a condition of bond that he must attend and timely appear in court as required, which he's here from jail in France. And this is a first. I'm just checking the file. State. I don't have a condition that he can't leave the country.
Neither do I, Judge.
I don't have a condition necessary. I mean, there is the understanding that he will not pick up new charges, but that's a motion on your part to file.
Yes.
I'm not going to forfeit his bond today because he appeared. The purpose of a bond is to ensure appearance. Appeared. Although if we have an in-person docket, the appearance would basically be impossible. When is his next in-person docket?
Pre-trial October 10th.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Mr. Breston. We are going to have a pretrial on October 10th. If he fails to appear, I'll forfeit him. However, if Ms. Champa, who will probably consult with her superiors after this docket, wants to file a motion to revoke based on the information provided here, we will have a hearing on that as well at some point prior to the October 10th docket. Does everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
sir.
All right. I say we conclude this at this point in time, and I'll let Ms. Champa talk to her superiors.
Okay, we're excused, Judge.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Colin, I'm sorry, Rodriguez.
I give me in the waiting room.
David Rodriguez. Who's in the waiting room?
I don't see the attorney in the waiting room.
Oh,
The defendant is here.
we'll come back to him. Go back to the top of the docket. Pedro Martinez.
Yes, sir.
You had a chance to contact your attorney that you retained. Oh, look, Mr. Cedillo is joining us.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. Mr. Cedillo, have you been retained on this case for Pedro Martinez to confirm?
Yes, Judge.
We're on the record, 23 CCR 236117, State of Texas versus Pedro Martinez. Mr. Cedillo, would you care to give the court an update on this matter?
Yes, Judge. Unfortunately, I don't have too much of an update. We are newly retained on the case. We submitted our attorney rep letters, and I have requested but have not yet received discovery. So this is our sort of first setting. And if I can get a reset, Judge, at our next setting, I'll be a lot more advanced in the
Discovery
case.
compliance date will be on July 31st at 1:30. That's an in-person docket. You and your client will expect to be here in person or submit the discovery log prior to that date, which would excuse both of your appearances. Next setting after that is August 13th at 2:30 p.m. It's a status docket. It's via Zoom.
Sounds good, Judge. We'll get that in.
Very good. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Adams.
I have attorney in the waiting room.
Did Miss Armio just give up trying to connect?
She said she's in trial in the district court, so I'm not sure.
Afternoon.
Or if you would turn your video on, please. Mr. Or is your client, Mr. Adams, with you?
It's right here.
Yes, sir.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 234-998, State of Texas versus William Adams. Mr. Or, if you'd give the court an update on this matter.
Your Honor, I've seen an offer this morning, and I believe it was sent yesterday. I'm discussing with him about it. I'll get back with the DA on it.
Okay. Try to figure things out because your next setting is your pretrial conference setting. It's on September 12th at 9 a.m. It's an in-person docket. You and your client will expect to appear in person.
Thank you, Judge.
Y'all are free to go. Ms. Kuwaja,
Yes.
your attorney is having issues connecting and is unable to connect. We are passing this hearing for today. Your next hearing will be on July 30th at 2:30 p.m. It is another Zoom docket. You are free to go.
Thank you.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 235062 and 23 CCR 235061, State of Texas versus Robert Barnes. Mr. Hurd, if you give the court an update on the case.
Yes, Your Honor. Looks like most of the discovery is in. There's an offer of a deferred adjudication on that's been extended. Medical records were requested. Looks like it will likely be resolved in the next setting. We just need to discuss everything with the client to see if make sure they're aware of everything, and we should be able to get it resolved in the next setting.
If you need a plea date prior to the next setting, you can contact the court coordinator and she will give you a date. Your next setting is on September 12th at 9 a.m. It's a pretrial conference. It is an in-person docket.
Thank you, Your Honor. Got it.
Thanks. You and the client are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hardaway.
He's not in the waiting room nor.
Can I have can I have a motion for Hardaway?
State moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Bailiff, if you would call the name 3 times.
And I did see Mr. Hecker earlier, Your Honor. He was a little worse for wear this morning, so he may be having some medical issues.
Were there any prior bond conditions in this case?
I'm checking on it right now, Judge.
No answer, Judge, at 3:39.
Thank you.
Judge, you had Mr. Spikes here in the room.
Who's that?
Spikes, Marcus Spikes, number 13.
That case was dismissed prior to docket. He's free to go.
That's it. All right, thanks so much.
I have a prior bond forfeiture where all prior bond conditions shall remain in place, so he must have prior conditions on this matter. So in fact, there's a no contact provision in place on this. So all prior bond conditions shall remain in place. New bond is set at $6,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Rodriguez.
Yes, sir. How you doing? Excuse me. I was actually here earlier, but you guys left too soon.
Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, is your attorney going to be joining us?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Judge. As far as my attorney, it's Wilkins or Walkins, and we don't really have like a strong communication, which I hate. Every time I email him, no response over weeks and months. Call, same thing. I leave a lot of voicemails. So I don't know what his plan is. What I will tell you is that this case has been going on for so long, and it's a misdemeanor. I don't understand what his plan is with this case. Me personally, I don't really know too much about the law system.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, we'll stop you there before you get too far into this case, revealing information to this court that you probably should not. I'm going to go ahead and stop you there. All right.
Okay.
Your next setting is on July 18th. It's a pretrial conference. It's an in-person docket. It's at 9 a.m. You and your attorney will be expected to appear in person. I fully expect your attorney to be there. If not, we will have a discussion on whether you need new defense counsel or not. All right.
I mean, can I ask you a question, Judge, please?
Briefly.
Because I just don't understand. This case has been going on it's going on 2 years now, and it's a misdemeanor case. Why? Like, what's the issue? Like, what is holding this case so much that we can't just come to a conclusion? What is the what's going
Mr.
on?
Rodriguez, you are coming to a conclusion on this case. You are set for a jury trial on August 6th. So it will come to a conclusion at a jury trial.
Okay. And you said July what? I'm sorry?
July 18th is your pretrial conference.
Okay. But it's not Zoom. I have to actually be there.
Correct.
Okay. July 18th, what, 8 in the morning?
9 a.m.
9 a.m., July 18th. Okay. I'll put it on my calendar. Thank you so much.
Okay. It was the Buchanan in the waiting room.
I'm not
We're
sure.
here.
The only Buchanan we had was Chris.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
It says plaintiff petitioner. I don't know where it went.
And they're gone. Okay. I believe that concludes our docket. Thank you all. Y'all are free to go.